Look, today's video topic is photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is plants food making process. Okay. So it is a process by which plant make their own food. Okay. And then we eat that food. So whether we are vegetarian or non-vegetarian, directly or indirectly, we are dependent upon plant for food. Okay. So photosynthesis is a physiochemical process by which plant use light energy to synthesize organic compound. So all the life upon earth is dependent upon light energy to survive. Okay. Because if there is no light energy, no photosynthesis, no food, no oxygen. Okay. So light energy is the source of all the life upon earth. And photosynthesis is important for two things. Is the main source of food and oxygen, and both the things we need to survive on earth. Okay. So there is some experiment which show that photosynthesis is a light dependent reaction and carbon dioxide is required for photosynthesis. So in NCERT, the first experiment is given a leaf covered with black paper. So for that, take a leaf, okay, covered some of the part with the black paper, okay, and after some times black paper, okay, covered some part of it with black paper and expose it to sunlight. Then after some time, remove the black paper and test this leaf for starch. Leaf for starch. Okay, why starch? Because during photosynthesis, plant produce glucose and that glucose stored in the form of starch. Okay, so for this test, what we do, we keep the leaf in iodine solution. So what we see that this part which was exposed to sunlight turn blue, but this part which was covered with black paper not turning blue. Okay. So why it turn blue? Because starch give blue color with iodine. Okay. And here is no blue color means no starch is produced. This show plant need light for photosynthesis. Okay, done. Now next experiment is half leaf experiment. For that, take a leaf, okay, then keep half of the portion in a test tube with cotton soaked with KOH, okay, and after some time take out this leaf and test for starch. Okay, so what you see that this part turn blue, but this part not blue. Why? Because this KOH absorb carbon dioxide. So all the carbon dioxide is removed. So there is no carbon dioxide left. So no photosynthesis take place. So that's why this part is not turning blue. Okay, so this show that plant need CO2 for photosynthesis. Okay, done. Okay. There are some scientists who did early experiment to prove that photosynthesis is a light dependent reaction and plant utilize carbon dioxide and release oxygen. So first was Joseph Priestley in 1770. He did an experiment. What he did, he kept a mouse and a burning candle in a bell jar. After some time, he observed that the mouse is dead and candle is turned off. This show that the candle and the mouse have released something which foul the air. Okay. So next time what he did, he kept a mint plant with burning candle and the mouse. So what he saw that the candle is still burning and mouth is still alive. So this show the air which was fouled by the candle and the mouse is restored by the plant. Means plant is using that thing which is released by candle and the mouse. Okay, and also purifying the air so mouse can breathe. Understood? So this was the experiment, but he didn't know that that thing is oxygen which is released by plant which purify the air. Okay. So next experiment was done by Jan Ingenhouse. Okay, he proved that plant release oxygen. For that, he took a aquatic plant. Okay, a aquatic plant. This is a plant in a container. Okay. Aquatic plant in container, and first he put that plant into light and then in dark. So what he found, that green part produced some bubble. There are some bubble form around the green part of the plant. So, and but he when he kept the plant in dark, there is no bubble form around the green part. Okay. Later he discovered that these bubbles are oxygen bubble. So he proved that photosynthesis is a light dependent reaction. Okay, because when there's light present, bubbles are green part is producing bubble, but when there's dark, no bubbles is formed. Okay. Next is experiment is done by T.W. Engelmann. He accepted that okay, plant require light for photosynthesis, but which light? Because light is the mixture of Vibgyor. So what he did an experiment. He took cladophora algae and kept this algae in aerobic bacteria suspension. Okay, then he put the prism and illuminated this prism with light. So the light is scattered in Vibgyor. Then he found out that the aerobic bacteria gathered around the blue light and the red light in most quantity. Okay, so why? Because aerobic bacteria need oxygen, so here oxygen production is higher. Okay, that's why here aerobic bacteria are gathering or collecting in a higher amount. So this show that plant need blue and red light for photosynthesis. Okay, this was the experiment. Next, Julius von Sack. From Sack word, you can learn saccharine, sugar. Okay, he proved that during photosynthesis, glucose is produced, and that glucose is produced by the green part of the plant. And in that green part, a green color substance found in special bodies, and that glucose which is produced, that is stored in the form of starch in the stroma of these special body. So what are these special body? Chloroplast, and the green color substance is chlorophyll. But that time he didn't know that the green color substance is chlorophyll and that special body is chloroplast. But he knew that there is something green substance found in green part which produce glucose. Okay. So that was his experiment. Now next was Cornelius van Niel in 1897 to 1985. On the basis of his studies with purple and green sulfur bacteria, he demonstrated that photosynthesis is a light-dependent reaction. Here, the hydrogen from an oxidizable compound reduce the carbon dioxide to form sugar. Okay, so what is the basic formula of photosynthesis? CO2 plus 12H2O, C6H12O6 plus oxygen. Okay, so this oxygen which is free and released is atmosphere. Which oxygen is this? The oxygen which is combined with hydrogen and the oxygen which is combined with carbon. So for that, he took green sulfur bacteria, which is a photosynthetic bacteria. These bacteria also perform photosynthesis and produce food. So what he found that these bacteria use hydrogen sulfide as a hydrogen source, not the water as the hydrogen source like plant. So what he found that these bacteria form glucose and release the sulfur. So the sulfur which is combined with hydrogen, that become free, and this hydrogen reduce the carbon dioxide, okay, and form the glucose. Same with the water in the plant. This hydrogen of water reduce the carbon dioxide, okay, reduction take place, and the glucose is formed, and this oxygen become free. Later, with the help of radioisotope technique, they prove that this oxygen is heavier and is released in the atmosphere. Done. So this was his experiment. So the topic is done. I hope you like it. Please like, share, subscribe my channel. Thank you.